C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
Starting a child strong, starting a child off to a bright future happens for many, many children in an early childhood program, especially those that are most vulnerable.
M, D, no, I know my ABC. won't you sing with me?
A high-quality early learning program actually benefits children in many ways, in academic ways as well as societal.
13, 14, 15, 16.
Especially in areas we're finding in math and literacy. What we're finding from research studies is the first 2,000 days, which is the time between a child is born and when they enter kindergarten, are the most critical times for development.
My name is Erica Booker. I work at Little People Daycare Center. I've been here for 12 years. I have worked with all the ages. Right now I'm currently working with 2s and 3s and working with a partnership program called Early Head Start. This is my classroom. Busy bees. A lot of people just think it's babysitting. You're just sitting and babysitting, and that's not the case. We are putting our hearts into these children. We try to make sure that all needs are being met. From 8:30 to 5:30, I'm being all I can be for these children.
Early educators on average make $10.60 an hour, which isn't much. What we know about the cost of living really tells us that $10.60 an hour can't go very far. Most women that work in the early childhood field are mothers, some are grandmothers, so they're not only supporting themselves but a family of dependents. And when you consider the cost of a vehicle and gas and mileage and rent and education for their own child and repairs and maintenance, they're making hardly anything.
Red light! Red light!
By me having also a child in daycare and being a private paying parent is like, you really have to cut out the going out to eat, your fun times. You really have to make sure your bills are paid first. It's a lot of cutting down on the good times. And that just, as a person, for anyone, it just kind of put you down.
What are these guys? These are like really big blocks that you played with in the
Financial security and early education don't necessarily go hand in hand. As a profession, we take on these roles, I think, for other reasons than financial security, but every person working in our United States needs that, and especially when they have families of their own and they're performing critical positions in our society.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So we produce the doctors, we produce the engineers, the contractors, and they're pushing us under the rug. A lot of teachers don't go to the doctor simply because they don't have health insurance. If we can't keep ourselves healthy, how can we produce the contractors? How can we help the engineers?
In North Carolina alone, there's over 260,000 children that are served in settings, out-of-home settings every day. So if you have that many children, over 250,000 children being cared for by people who don't have benefits and are worried about their own futures and those of their families, we're really setting ourselves up for failure.